Okay, it looks like I'm actually live. Let me, what is under here? Let me get over to YouTube so I can see things the way you guys see things. Hold on one second. Sorry. We just got back from Albertsons. Alice wants to make stir fry tonight, and we were home at 5 o'clock. I've been trying since then to make my camera do its thing. And it did not want to cooperate. And I'm waiting for YouTube to do its thing. Okay. This is not what I want. On top. What do you think what I want is? Okay. Under here. Right, those are our extra pieces. That does not go there for right now. Okay. If anybody's in here waiting, I can't see chat just at this moment. But well, this is not the right pile at all. Hello? Oops. That is not the right video. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so what is going on with you? Let's try this again. Now I do have to ask myself. Give me a minute. I'm looking at my stuff. Okay. Hey, Carla. All right. And let's turn on the lights and see about finding the thing that we're supposed to be working on. Here, have a look at those while we're waiting. I have everything all set up and ready to go. And I don't know where. Oh boy. I'm sure it's not down there. I don't think it is. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to check the table out here. Not out there. Oh boy. Oh wait, I think I see it. Hold the phone. Or maybe not. And this is what I get for not being I thought I had everything all together. Hold on, please. Not there. No. Oh, please. Do not come in. Definitely not there. I put it in a safe place too, so that it wouldn't get lost. When I oh boy. How are you, Miss Carla? Did you have a good Fri-Yay? Oh, I'm about to lose my temper. Okay. What did I do with it? Give me just a second. I mean, I have this one I can do. Or is this the one I was working on? This is the one. I just don't know. I don't know where the finished one is. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so this is the one I was working on. I'm just working on, see, like I said, it does get stiff until you break it in a little bit. So this is me breaking it in a little bit. There's all the papers I cut to fit. All right, so that's what we're looking at. So we don't need this. I just don't know where I've set the book that we're supposed to be. You know how it goes. Okay. Now that I've had a full workout and a panic. So this one we put our little 5 signature book right here. We did our waterfall out of jelly prints, which I'm in love with. I'm very happy with the waterfall. I think it turned out pretty good. There's our extra sticky note in there. So, okay. And then we did get to tipping in. I don't know if anybody actually worked along, to be honest with you. I'm just folding it a little bit back to loosen that up where, you know, it's stiff from the glue. And the more that you use it and work with it, the less stiff it will be. Because my other one is pretty flexible now. The one with the pink mushrooms on it. So, and this has just been sitting since, oh, that's right. I was gonna do a thing. Okay, so I even prepped the extra book. You lost internet access for over an hour this afternoon? Boo, that's not very productive. We're always sitting around twiddling your thumbs. I think it's just you and me. So from here, for the moment, she didn't decorate. Okay. So I think now we're at the point of putting on the panels. So I think the best place to start is on the inside here. You tried to clean. How'd that go? Oh, yeah, we're gonna, we're gonna work with this color, this type of thing right here, and then I've got some daisies. I think I want this for the outside, although I can't really decide. Let's see. I'm trying to think what I cut this at. Sorry. I took my allergy meds today, but they are not working. Let's have a look here. I think this is how, so I think this is the outside and the other one is the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out of there so it doesn't get damp from gluing stuff together. I restocked our papers, wiped down the counters. Not well. Well, that's a start. That doesn't sound too bad. Okay, so we're going to glue down the front and the back. We have our nice neutral. So this one is skinnier, so it has to be the front, because the front has less space for some reason. And then this is the back. So let's start by grabbing some glue and an inking pad. Hey Pam, how you doing? Hope you're having a great weekend thingy. I did find my glue bottle. Woohoo! Now, but let's see if we can find some. Oh, I gotta run out to the sink for a second. I have a drink in here that needs to be dumped out before I knock it over. Be right back. I'm sorry, Mike. Oh boy. Okay. So let me just, I'm here. I'm going to poke around in this pile of stuff that I call my desk back here. Looking for some brown ink. I'm hoping I found it. Look at me. I'm 3 for 3. Hey Leslie, how you doing? Woo woo. And is Janie in here too? Did I miss Janie? Janie, how are you? Boy, you take one trip out of the room and everybody shows up. You're glad it's Friday? I bet. That has been the consensus from nearly everybody I've spoken to. Darn glad that it's Friday. So we're continuing on. Is anybody working along? Raise your hand if you're working along. I don't think anybody is. It's just me looking like an idiot. So we're going to ink the edges of our journal cover. I'm going daisies, and then I have some little like mod 60s flowers going on. On the way to understand. You travel safe, lovely lady. Well, all of our thoughts are with you to have a safe and happy, productive trip, for sure. This is potting soil, I think. Brown and yellow is usually a good combination. Nope, this is timber brown. Timber! Cinco de Mayo. Oh, should have got a beer today, huh? Missed my opportunity. We were right at... Okay, so here's the thing. We went to the grocery store at 4:30 to get stuff for stir fry for dinner tonight. Because it's been, you know, it was very nice yesterday, but I don't know if I would call it cold. And I felt so dizzy, you guys. Oh, my God. It was no bueno.
I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning like a whirlwind.
This is how helpful she was yesterday. Say hi to the ladies.
Hello.
It's Carla and Janice and Leslie. Niels. Roseanne, how you doing? Welcome to you. Hope you are having a great Fri-Yay. Where was I? Oh, we left at 4:30 to go get stuff for stir fry, which just means vegetables, you know. But we were going to put chicken in it. And guess what we came home without? No stinking chicken. We were at the grocery store. We bought all the healthy vegetables. And then we both bought some donuts. We lost our minds. And we forgot the chicken. So after my live, we are going to go back to Albertsons and get some chicken. I'm going to spray this a little bit with some water. It's starting to, you know, as things do sometimes, get a little dry. Hopefully that'll make it easier to ink some of these edges, you know. All right. And then we're going to ink here along for the book. As long as we're here, we'll do the inside and the outside. Even though there's fabric here, I'm still going to ink. But yeah, so we're going to have this nice healthy dinner. We forgot the chicken. And then she's not going to be live for Late Night Lunatics tonight. Her back is bothering her. Honestly, we'll probably be lucky to get out and get the chicken. Boy, this does not want to. I may have to go to black because I'm having trouble. There we go. We're getting a little bit in there. And then I will add some glue to that too later. Let's see. The 10 for 10 sales, yeah. Uh-oh, let's see what Roseanne said. Yep. To make a list of what, Janice? And hello. Yes, grandma time is absolutely the best. You can get it. It is a wonderful thing. This is the non-grandkid weekend, although we did think for a hot minute possibly Buggy was coming. But apparently he's not. So I do want this to be a little bit, because, you know, some of that's going to show. So I want it to be, there we go. And we'll just, I think that's going to be covered up. So let me just whack you with stuff. You know how I am. It's violent and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I think it might be time to replace this ink pad. I hesitate to do it because they're so freaking expensive. And they don't really do the refills anymore. Half the time you go to look for a refill, and they don't have one. So you have to spend the money on a new one. Granted, the price difference on most of them isn't too much, but if on a few of them, the price difference between a new one and a refill is astronomical. I don't think it's usually the browns, though. Okay. So we get up over the other end. We'll get over here. Just to give it a nice worn look. I think we're pretty good there. There's like a white space in here. I suppose we should darken that up. And the fabric is still pretty stiff because I glued this together and then I stuck it in a pile of stuff and I didn't touch it for, since the last time we worked on it. Except I did sit and cut out all the, measure and cut all the pieces to glue in here. So that you guys didn't have to watch me on the struggle bus for the, instead I made you watch me on the struggle bus with the inking. Anybody have weekends? Stuff you want to get done, stuff you don't want to get done. I have to wash my bedding. Thankfully today I did not feel quite as dizzy. It's not a good feeling. I don't like it when that happens. I don't like it. We think Elsa's back problems right now are related to the car trip. You know, she spent so many hours in the car. You know, it was a one-day turnaround. They went up to hear Dr. Hawass talk, and then they did, you know, some shopping that day and the day, you know, and the day after, and then they were home by Wednesday evening. Well, that's a lot of driving time sitting down. That's a lot of in and out of the car, you know, which if you have a bum back, I need to, here, let me use the inside of this. I don't want to get ink in the middle of that bottom envelope. Just saying. But we're going to glue that back down, so no big deal. Oh, even how handy is that? Fits right inside there to do this edge. And I've heard some of the stories her and Alex had. Just an awesome time. You know, nothing like mother-daughter bonding time. With none of the men's and the children's and, you know, all those things. Well, now all of a sudden it decided to get like super dark in that one spot. That is okay. Let me try turning it this way. I can't read the chat right now while I'm inking this, but I will get up there and check on the chat. Okay. And I don't think I did the inside of this envelope either, like a dork. Oh, not that side. Don't put it on the pretty side. That would be no bueno. Since we're probably not decorating. Yeah. This is what always happens the day after I have one of those, like, I feel dizzy kind of things. My brain is a little scrambled. The thought process is fine. It doesn't come out of my mouth fine. Okay, there. So we're getting a little, of course, we missed the whole front here. So we're getting our use out of this piece of paper. Go. Ta-da. Last one. Oh my goodness. All right, before I start on that, let me check on the chat. Let me just pop the lid on here real quick. Let's see. Oh, hello, Angie. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Oh, no. Roseanne ate her invisible making cheesecake. Sweet. Gonna have to get me some of that. We don't mind watching others work. Doo-dah, doo-dah. All the live long day. I want to do. I can't get through physical and mental. And you live with a dork. Well, you have to bathe. Oh, no. Cat baptism time. Demented kangaroos. That's a visual. Oh, there you go. Hemp chill out treats. Very nice. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Beef taquitos. We're having stir fry. We're going anti-Mexican for some reason. I can see you, Angie. If I don't, we'll mean a $50 trip 3 times to the groomers. Oh, dear. You had a bad week. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope those treats work, because treats are way cheaper than a trip to the groomers. We will all be thinking of you and sending you. Angie needs some chill out treats too. That'll take care of that bad week. All right, so let's get back to. Well, Carla, I will wish that fervently that your kitties will behave themselves while you attempt to cleanse the unclean spirits from them. But you certainly have your work cut out for you. Now, eventually I do plan on decorating these envelopes. So this is really kind of a preemptive thing. Just to try and I figured as long as I'm inking, I might as well do the whole thing. That way it'll be easy peasy when I'm ready to decorate. If I'd been thinking properly, I would have probably inked the envelopes all before I put them in here. So for those of you who are going to make later, and I hope you will, you know, I hope that you will give this a shot. Because I have definitely had a lot of fun doing this. I have pieces picked out for about 5 of these. A couple of smaller ones. I'll show you what I've got going right now that I was able to locate while I was looking for this when we get closer to the end. Okay, so. Now the other side. Yes.
Nothing. But doing?
Inking envelopes.
Okay.
It's boring.
Okay.
Why?
Just asking.
Are you really on the chicken plan? I told him what we did.
Yeah, we're gonna go get the chicken.
Okay.
Oh, I wish you were in after my wiener.
Feeling for you?
That's what we like to be. If I were in after my wiener, then everyone would be in love with me.
My ink pad is dying.
What color is it?
Potting soil.
Ugh, that sucks.
I know. I love that color. I love it, man. Okay, let's get up here and do this a little bit more. Now down here. And I don't know how much of that's going to show, but let's do a little bit on the inside of this. I'm sure there's going to be somebody later out there talking about how horribly I did this. Just saying. So a thing happened when I went to put this, because I hadn't done this when we were live. I just went ahead and did it. And I'll show you in just a second what happened. It was a good thing. It worked out nicely. I don't think I'm going to need any there. Okay. Let's put these lids back on here. Yes, chicken is very pricey. That's why we had to discuss it. We have to decide if we want to invest in the chicken for dinner. Oh, is there a cheesecake blizzard? Well, I must tell Mike. He will be excited. You're always, oh my goodness, sorry. You're always in our thoughts, Angie. We know that you going through some stuff. We keep you in our thoughts and send good energy and healing stuff your way. We have a guard so you can get home with it. With the chicken or the blizzard cheesecake thing. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Maybe that's why we didn't get it while we were there, because we were afraid of the investment, the chicken. And so I was just trying to make this so that it would have a little roll to it, and I wound up making a little, almost a spine type thing here. But with how thick it's going to get, because I'm going to add on more stuff, obviously. We're putting a book in there and all that. So now I have all this space instead of just the fold over. I've got actually like a 1/4 inch of just space for it to grow. And if it grows beyond that, that's fine. But we've at least got a 1/4 inch built in. And it just happened when I folded the envelope over, it bent a little and I went with it. So you can definitely try to do that. It's just another 1/4 inch fold above where it was inclined to fold naturally already. So there's that. So now that we've inked all these edges, now we can glue something down. Right? Right. This is the bottom. That's right. So the lighter piece is going over here, and I think we're going to do it like that. And then I think I want that one to look like that. I think that's what I want. Because if I want to add something up here, like a title or some other element, I won't be covering up the flower. And then, because the other option is to do this one this way, but I really think I like it this way. So let's glue it down. $12. Yeah, it's crazy. Mike bought some steaks the other day. It was like $40 for enough for everybody in the house to eat steak. I'm like, well, you know, I'm just a hanger-on over here. Maybe you want to get steak for you and Els, and I'll go with a vegetarian option. I'm always grateful when they include me in meals and stuff, you know. But we were at the grocery store, Els and I, the other day, picking up just a couple of things. But as we went through, we were looking at the prices on stuff because Mike does all the shopping here. He likes to go out. He's a good bargain hunter. He's not called House Mouse for no reason, you know. So we don't really see the prices. Him saying, oh gosh, you know, the prices are up and stuff. We all, yeah, they are. But we hadn't actually been in a store pricing anything in a good long while. And, some of that stuff, crazy expensive. $6. Yeah, chicken breasts are even more ridiculous. And just pick stuff up. Yeah, just a few years ago, you could get those on sale for under $5. Frances, how you doing? She's got a chicken and a knife. I buy from the sale quick meat and get pretty good deals. Yeah. How you doing, Miss Frances? Happy Fri-Yay. Yeah, chicken napping might become a thing all over again. Chicken rustlers. There'll be chicken rustlers loose everywhere. That's what I'm thinking. Everything old is new again. You thought chicken thievery was over, but little did you know. It's coming back again. See? So this is a totally different feel from the mushroom one, which I can't show you because I don't know where it is. How do you like them apples? It is sitting in a pile somewhere mocking me while I'm speaking to you. I'm sure of it. So let's get this other piece glued down, and I want it to glue it like this. So these, I love daisies of all kinds, in case you didn't know. I'm a daisy girl. Silence for the moments. Hi, Sandy. How you doing? In the other room. Okay. Just need a little bit more glue right here on this corner. We don't want lifting corners. There we go. There it is. There is our outside cover. going with in a slightly different direction on the inside. Did I not get down here? I don't think I got down here on the inside. Shucky darn. All right, let's see about this. Right there. Let's get that all inked up. Better. Ta-da. Okay. So for the inside, I have, let's see. These pieces, but this one needs a little bit of a trim. I think I measured it before the doodah was glued in there. So we're just going to trim off a smidge, a tiny smidge. My cutting board is angry at life right now. It has a tude. Okay. Last year, dogs killed all my chickens. Oh no! I think there should be some chihuahua. Aw. I'm just inking these because I didn't ink those. No, that would make too much sense. I can find my other brown ink pad because I know I have potting soil. So that's going to be one of the things I do this weekend is I am definitely going to, I just threw some scissors on the floor. Fantastic. I am definitely going to look for my other brown ink pad. And I'll have to look at what a replacement on this one will cost me. Because I've already spent most of the money from the sale. I bought some cello bags. Because I didn't have very many left. I spent my sale money on cello bags and some baking potatoes. That's something I got for myself. I want to have some baking potatoes for lunch. So I bought myself a couple days worth of some baking potatoes. Because usually if I'm craving something, once doesn't quite cut it, I'll usually eat it twice. And that does away with the craving. But yep, I've been craving a nice, and I'll do it in the microwave because I'm not heating up the whole house by turning on the oven. And this Sandy's on a bacon and hamburger kick, and it's just it's so gross smelling. They're always delicious if you're the one eating it, but if you just got to smell the smell, whoa, not so much. All right. You're almost done cutting? Oh, okay. Straight tamales. Oh, you're making kits? That's nice. Are they for Keisha's sale? All right, so we're going to put some glue on this. The hubby keeps taking your gun away. He'll only end up a huge banana leaf tamale. Oh no. Cats, they know exactly where to love on you, that it causes the most pain. I'm going to show you how much I love you by stepping on the place that hurts you the most. And Harry's just a chunk of a cat. Bless him, but he is into his treats. Yeah, I think I want that up at the top. Not too close to either edge. There we go. Uh-oh. I think we missed part of an edge here. Hold the phone, please. Okay, now let's get the paper towel we had earlier and smooth that down. We want to get nice closure right there. I think I might need a little glue over here too. Okay. There we go. Yeah. A Maine Coon. Those are big cats. Oh my goodness. An albino bowling ball with tubby legs. Yep. Elle shoots the pigeons all the time with a pellet gun. They fly away, but they always come back. They eat the other birds out of their bird food. They're greedy little fuckers. And I hate the noise they make so much. Y'all, I hate to hate on an animal, but I do not like pigeons. I do not. In a big, big way. I know they serve a purpose in nature. All animals do. But if all pigeons disappeared tomorrow, I would not be sad. And I know some people like keep them as in coops, and they, I'm not a pigeon person. That sounded funny. Not a pigeon person. And I'm going to put the darker half at the front because we're probably putting a pocket on here anyway. Now, I will say this. She put on a particular kind of pocket. Uh-oh. She used book pages. To make this side pocket like this, 3s. And I didn't make that because I couldn't find any book pages that were the height I wanted them, because I didn't want it floating just in the middle of the shoot. Oh, hold on. I've done a bad thing. I made a wrinkle in the paper. Let me just put a little bit more glue down. made a wrinkle. So let's start here. And all right, there we go. Also, it's just, because there's space in there. It'll be okay at the end. Okay, so we've got our daisies front and back. And then we've got our 60s mod paper. So while that's drying for a hot minute, I chose the same paper for the cover for the inside book. Hey Marty, how you doing? You prefer birds? Well, I prefer birds over some people too. Well, I guess if I thought of them as food, Carla, maybe then I could do it. Or Francis. Sorry. So I think some people just like dangerous pets, Tarantulas weird me out because they're big and hairy. Okay, you rest and listen. That is just fine. Yeah, pigeon, I think it's the same as squab. And some of them are very fat. I'm sure they'd be nice, tasty, plump little snacks. So I put together the pages. I hinged together one of these ledger papers. After I cut it down. These were smaller single sheets that I just had laying around, but I hinged it for the book. And then I did tea-dyed. I did a lined piece, tea-dyed. That's a different kind of ledger paper, columnar paper. And then it just goes to that, memo, lined. So that's the inside of the book. It's 5 pages. I think it's 5. I think you could do 6 and not have any troubles. But I didn't like, how I'm about the white inside. So I got this other paper and I'm just going to mat it in the middle here because this is a paperweight paper. Like the other cover I made was a cardstock weight of paper. This is just paper. So I'm going to thicken it up a little bit by adding in the matting. And that also takes care of the white inside. Only answer calls. No other policing is done. Well, that's shitty, Janice. We see a lot of Las Vegas. We see a lot of police in Vegas. I think because it's a tourist area, they're a little more diligent. And we have a very high homeless population, too. So you see them out and about. I don't know if they're doing a good job or not, but they're out and about. I haven't had enough experience in encounters with them to know if they do a good job or a bad job. You guys would have to ask Els about that. I know that when we were at Burger King and that little manager guy was trying to get them to come take away the vape high guy, they didn't come at all, so not very helpful. And it was during the day, during the week. It wasn't even like a weekend or a Friday or anything. It just sounded like from his end, they just didn't want to deal with it. Like for the conversation I could hear, we'll just lock the door. I would take a snake over a tarantula. I'm with Francis. The homeless run the show there. We've seen that here too. We have seen our fair share of naked people, semi-naked people. You know, what happens in Vegas should stay in downtown Vegas. That's all I'm saying. I don't feel like I need to see some of the stuff I've seen. And for some reason, a fair amount of public urination. The world is a weird place. Weird, I tell you, weird. Okay, now we're going to turn it inside out and do it again. And since we're doing the matting thing here, I definitely want to ring around the I think this ink pen might be a little confused about what color it's supposed to be. There seems to be some blue in here. This is one of the ones Elle got from, you know, one of those marketplace hauls. And she knows I like brown, but there does seem to be some blue in here. Which is okay. You know, it is what it is. It's that element of surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I don't know where that came from, sorry. So I'm still in season 6 of Criminal Minds because I felt dizzy yesterday. I didn't really watch anything because I have to sit up for that. And sitting up was questionable yesterday. That's all I can say about that. So I pretended to read a magazine and rested for most of the day, which was not what I wanted to do. I had things I wanted to get done. I got some of them done today, though. I don't think I did this edge at all. How groovy is that? Oh, phooey. You know what? I think I'm just going to do black on this. I'm tired of being on the struggle bus with that. I'll find my other browning pad so it's not such a fiasco. And I will definitely look into, hopefully I'll have an Etsy sale or two over the weekend. Okay. So now let's do a little gluing. Let's see. I think I want that to be the front. So, and these are pretty even. I don't think it matters which way I go with it. Oh, there's like a whole glue thing peeling off the front of my glue. Okay. All right, there we go. And yes, I could have made it a pocket, but I don't think the paper is thick enough for that to be a pocket. So, because they're both a paperweight paper. So this will help stabilize the cover some. And we'll probably just put a little washi tape on the outside, you know. Okay, one down, one to go. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Fremont Street is scary, yeah. Who's across the street? It could have been badly if there was no more. Yeah, I can't go down there. We rarely go down to that part of town, honestly. Well, good for Minnesota. That's a point in their favor. I'm trying. You know, I do my best. Once our crafters coming on, I would sleep all the time. Oh my. Is Rosie leaving us? Roseanne, you going out? Stay at the Mexican restaurant all day? Well, that's an option, I guess. I'd weigh 500 pounds if I hung out at a restaurant. Bye, Roseanne. Have a great evening. Thanks for spending some time with us. Oh, okay. I thought it was unusual for you to leave that early. Okay, so let's get on with this shenanigans, right? Yeah, I think on the outside, I'm going to get some washi tape. Just for that one out. Just for something a little different, you know? That and I just don't want to mess around with the cloth, to be honest with you today. And you can either put it on the inside or the outside. It does not have to be both on something this small. And, you know, this is a very... With an envelope, you don't have tons of space, so you don't want to have just tons and tons of pages because it'll really bulk it up. This is good for small projects. If you want to do a small, you know, a themed project, but you don't have a lot of stuff, this kind of project is good for that because, you know, you don't have hundreds of pages to fill or 30, you know, sides once you're done making it, you know. So let me grab the washi tape that I want. I think it's just over here in the bucket. I just have to go to the side. That is nothing. Oh boy. I thought it was a different washi tape. I'll bring it over to show you what I thought I was going to put on here. And we can all have a good laugh. But I do need this bucket of washi. Ooh, that's pretty. Where did that come from? Oh no, don't hang on the Baba Yaga house. Oh boy. None of those are going to work. Oh, please. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get it over there and I'm just making a mess. Okay. There is washi under all this crap. I'm sorry. And I just threw some washi tape on the floor. Hold please while I try and get this. Guess who's going to be working on a boho journal? I'll give you 3 guesses, but you might only need 1. Okay. Let me just... Ooh, apples fabric. Well, that answers where my gouache went. Ooh, there's my eyeball fabric. Yes, this is what my life is really like, guys. What do we got here? I need something neutral, but also fat. What's the outside is flowers. Oh boy. We may have to use the fabric after all this. I thought I had just some, I guess that might work, maybe. Maps, I don't know. We'll look at it, see if that looks okay. Okay. Yes, this is how my room is really organized. Boxes and bins everywhere. Okay, let me get the one I dropped on the floor. Maybe. I have a script one that's wide. It's just script, which is what I thought was in the thing. But what I thought was script was really this constellation one, which might not actually look too bad. So these are our choices. I've got, it's a gold on white, where I have this mappy one. What do you guys think? A for the label-y thing, B for the gold constellation, or C for the mappy one? This is what, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll use this blue one. No, it's penguins. Little penguins. Okay, let's put that over there. I like British shows a lot. I'm not really into Japanese shows, but I'm with you on paranormal and science stuff. You love your digital channels? She rides a moped in a habit. I love it. Label, label. Those penguins look smug. Rosanna watches PBS shows. So you guys like the label one the best? Okie dokie. So what we're going to do, I am going to look for, and here I have found a glue stick. And then we're just going to smoosh it on here. And then we're going to put washi tape on top of it. Nobody saw anything happen. You saw nothing? This never happened. Still too much on the one side. Okay, we're just going to live with it. It's going to be bigger on the front and smaller on the back. Because that's how life works sometimes. Okay. And we need, let's just use the glue lid and burnish that down nice. And let's get us some scissors, maybe. Oh, I remember I dumped them on the ground. Here we go. Trim that off. Easy peasy. Maybe from the inside. There we go. I'm going to stick those on this little plastic bin off to the side over here. And we'll use those in scraps of joy. So there. Uh-oh. No, I didn't put them upside down. Woohoo! Look at me go. Thank God everything here is non-directional. And we could have waited until after we sewed the edges, but I don't care if the string shows, honestly. So there is our little cover. Now we have to let that dry before we can sew this in. So I'm just going to place this all together, honestly. And I will sew it off camera because you guys have seen me pamphlet stitch 9 million times. That's probably an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. So we'll just put that off to the side to dry carefully. Okay, Angie, have a good night. Oh, I would like that. I probably would have the TV on much more. Going to be a coordination every. Yeah, I'm not into that. Els is a bit of a Anglophile, but it doesn't. No bueno for me. Okay, so let's see if I can figure out where I put my ruler. To see if I can find some book pages that will work for the pocket that's supposed to be here. Now, in the original journal, the pink mushroom one I made, I put one of those CD floppy disk holders in here because it was maroon and it matched the color of the paper. I need my ruler. And I really thought, oh, here it is. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. So we need book pages approximately 8.5 inches. Okay. I watched the coronation, but that food they eat. I won't watch the court unless Els turns it on. You know, it's not my jam. I'm gonna run out to the garage, guys, and look for book pages that are about 8.5 inches long. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere without me. I think I need 3, so I'll bring a couple extras. I have returned. So you don't have to do this pocket if you don't want to. You could do any kind of pocket you want. You could also make a 3-tiered pocket going this way using coordinated paper with the paper you chose. So I'm going to move this for a second. Coronation chicken. I'm in it for the long haul. Well, the Queen lived to be into her 90s, didn't she? I'm hoping he dies. I just don't think he should be king. I got to be honest with you. I think he's a big man baby. So I have this Berlitz Spanish. And then I have this other book. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's the Velveteen Rabbit. Oh, it's nursery rhymes. So we'll find something with Evie and the Wonderful Kangaroo. Something with, but this is a little bit bigger. Then 8.5. I think it's 9 inches for this. I didn't have anything at 8.5 inches. I would have had been out there looking for a while. So I have books squirreled away everywhere. But I think if maybe we cut off the bottom here and possibly a little bit of the top, this would work. So do you guys think this book or the Berlitz? Now this one is a little short. This one is a little shorter than 8 inches. So let me take one page out. And these are signature pages even. But we only need single sheets for this. So let me set those and let's see how that fits on here. Trim the edge. So she had the kind of this 3-tiered pockety thing going. So that would float nicely in the middle. Yeah, they're never told no. Janice. Scary Little Dolls book. Okay, so you guys think Berlitz? I think I could go either way. I don't care. But you guys think one or the other looks better with the... Let me pull out something. For the top layer, I'd like to have something with a picture on it, I think. Okay, so let's trim the edge on that. And we're going to trim off. My cutter's in a mood today. Okay. So then you just make the next one. You're just layering them out. So you have a pocket, a pocket, a pocket. So do you like the Berlitz or the... Anybody? Children's book A or Berlitz dictionary B? Oh, okay. You said that you want the... All right. Sorry. I thought you were just making a comment on what the book looked like. Well, that was fun, but we won't. We'll look for something with a picture over here, though, for the last one. Because that could be fun. So, here. Let's go with the chickens. The chickens. Okay. Here we go. And then one with just text. There's some just text. From the Velveteen Rabbit. Well, let's not take one with a picture. Oh, I don't think we don't have a choice. Let me see if we can find something with text on 2 sides. Evie and the Wonderful Kangaroo. All right. Now on hers, she did sew the these in, but you can sew or glue depending on what you want to do. So I need these to be about the same height. So we're probably going to have to cut into that a little bit. We'll cut it off the bottom though. This edge is really sucky. Oh boy. See, my cutter's having a moment now. Sometimes it cuts just fine. And sometimes it's like, It needs a new blade. And I forgot. That'll be the first thing I buy after my next sale. For sure. Okay, now we want this to be the same size, so. And then so there's two. And I got pieces of paper everywhere. All right. Let's see if we can get this one to, because I do want to have the chickens on this. I love it. Nope, that's not gonna work. We'll just fold it and do it. Ta-da! Okay, now we do need to we're just cutting below the, we need to take that off. We barely need any off the bottom then. Woohoo! Okay. Very well. Now do we want that to come out a little bit wider maybe? So let's see how we like that. Now this last one we're just going to fold over. We're going to get two little chickens. Three little chickens. So what I'm going to do is glue this down where I want it. And we'll trim the back off where we need to. Because I want the three little chickens to show. I've tried that. I can't get it to work. I think I might be foil retarded. Foil special ed? What are we allowed to say now? Okay. So we're just making a little side pocket. Here and here. And then we'll go ahead and put a little bit down the back here because we don't want it to pass through, that's for sure. And see, I made the mistake there. I put the glue. I didn't think that all the way through. Let my mistakes be a cautionary tale to you guys making them. And this is kind of why I do these things live, though. Because you watch these tutorials and they make it look like they got it right the first time, every time. By the time somebody who does tutorials, having watched Elle's, there are many takes, and they've already made it several times before they do that tutorial. And yes, I could have just torn that off. I really could have. So now in here, the question is, we want to make the space about the same. So let me take my pencil. I think that will be okay right there. Maybe I should have gotten one with a full. So the glue only needs to go there to there. Ta-da! But I still did it anyway, because I'm a dork. And then along the back. So yeah, she layered hers up and tacked it down with the tiniest bit of glue. And then she sewed it. Right onto the, she did it before. No, yeah, she sewed it because she had already glued on the panel, which she sewed around her panels on here. So you can do that as well. I think we covered that last time. And I didn't ink any of this. Fudge. Well, I'm not making another one. This is our pockety thing. So let's see how it's going to look in here. And after it dries, if we want, we can cut off this little white bit. But even with the scissors, I can't do it right now because it's all wet in there. And that will be no bueno. So I'm just pressing down the center line there. But that's going to be here. But you can see how you could have taken it away, tacked down just a tiny bit. And I think I am going to trim that little white space off there just to bring it in slightly a little bit more. So we got a pocket here, and if we really wanted to, we could make a pocket under there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to lay this whole thing flat, or you could make it a top load pocket. Like I could wait for this to dry totally, punch a doodah there and move on, but I'm not going to do that either. So, but depending on what you want, choose coordinating cardstock. Just put one pocket here if that's what you want. You can do pockets going this way. You could size it this way. to do that same thing. In which case I would leave that open because that's the kind of person I am. But, you know, so choose how you want to do it. This is customizable. This is what she did. And I think she had vintage pages, you know, as so many people do. The last thing we need to make is, so I'm going to let that dry before I do. I'm going to put it with the other thing so that it's sitting and drying before I glue it in. Because this isn't even dry yet. And that's super gluey. And we don't want to put more gluey stuff in here, you know. And I think I missed some glue right here. So I'll fix that in a little bit. But the last thing is there's supposed to be a pocket under here. Now, in the original, we had a pocket like this. Good night, Francis. Are you going to have your writing time? Enjoy your writing time. Have a great evening and a fantastic weekend, lovely lady. I'm sealing the paper. Well, Carla says I made a mistake and Marty says I didn't. It's all good. There's really no wrong way to do this, guys. Truly and honestly. It's what you want to do. It's what makes you happy. So I thought we would put this in as the pocket here, but I personally would like a pocket here. I'm just, because I've already got the paper, and I am going to make this one hinged. Since I don't have enough paper to fold under and do a hinge, I'm going to cut hinges out of this. Oh, I didn't make a mistake. Okay. She's having keyboard problems. Oops, that's not what. Okay. Hold the phone, please. Let's do that again. And I know all you lovely experienced ladies know how to do a hinge. There's two ways. You can cut the paper a little bit bigger. These are offcuts from the, that's why I can't build the hinge in. And then you just, you know, you fold it, you fold it, you fold it. You score and fold is what you're doing. And then you cut the corners off, you know, on the sides here. And you just fold them up and in. And da-da. But I'm going to add in hinges because that's how I roll. I think I'm just going to do side hinges just to keep that side a little bit loose. So I just need 2 of these is what I need. She did not have hinges on her pockets, but I really thought, because I didn't sew my pocket on, maybe, I really thought it was kind of tight. And so I thought it would be better to, not that one. Where's the other ink pad? Better to just give it some side hinges. It'll make it a little easier to, if I want to put 2 or 3 things in the pocket, then I don't have an issue. Or if I want something that's a little thicker, you know. Maybe I want to make a kind of layered mixed media piece for the pocket. I may still have to ink some parts of that after I want to measure it. Okay. And then we're just gonna. So I measured it to size, and I'm just trimming off these little pieces here so that when they're glued, they don't show on the, oh boy, that is buried on my bed. Hold please. I hear you. All right, it's 7:15. Do you know where your brain is? Oh. All right. So we're just gonna. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So now we're just going to glue this part down. If you don't trim that off, sometimes at the top here, it'll poke out of the top here, and so you just have this one little snaggly corner right there just sticking up. So that's why you do that. In case, I'm sure most of you know I'm like over explaining for no reason. So one, and then let's measure the second one. And I am just blind measuring. I'm just putting it up against the piece of paper, and then I'm trimming just like not even 1/8 of an inch off to make sure that it comes in just under the edge, and then double making sure by putting in the little wedges. Wrong way. So we're gonna go. I just want a little more ink on them. It's probably not going to show, but there's a little chance that, you know, as you put stuff in the pocket, that the hinge might show a little bit. So we'll put a little glue on that. We'll glue it down. Ta-da! And then, of course, we'll glue. Well, we will not glue. We will glue this down, but we will also ink them edges. I know you're sitting at home going, but Amy, you put brown and black ink on there. Yes, I did. I'll tell you a secret. I do it all the time. I like to have both, honestly. Having Cat lay on a good hand. Those are kitty influenced messages, right? So we're going to glue where the flap, where the hinge is, and then along the bottom. Now, if you want this to really be expandy, you can put a hinge on there at the bottom, but I don't want to put a whole, like, you know, pile of things in here. I just don't want it to be super tight where I can't even barely get my fingers under there, which is what it was like in the other journal. So that is what I was trying to avoid. But if you have something where you're going to put a lot of stuff in a pocket, you can hinge all the way around. For sure. Now you can if you want. I think I made ours low enough to the, yeah. So if your in piece comes up higher than this, let's say that page isn't there, you can put the envelope up a little bit so that it looks like just another piece of the waterfall. Like, so it's the same distance as everything else from the end of the waterfall. Now mine comes down pretty low, so I'm okay with this. And I put it on, oop, a smidge crooked. So there we go. I fixed it. See, now here I've got a little bit of play there. I can get in something that's got a little dimension to it if I want. And I wish I had the other one to show you, but I could not find it before the live. So let's have a look now. We have not decorated the envelopes, but that was not part of her little plan. And then you would have your little book stuck in here, right? Mine's not all the way dry, but we're going to just dry fit it for now. I'm going to pull it back out right away after we look at it all closed up. We do need to cover this. But here's where we're sitting at for right now. See? Now I'm glad we have that little bit because look, with all of that in there and the new, ta-da. So that's what it's looking like. There's our front and back. Our first little 5-page signature. Our waterfall. Ooh, ah. Our 3 envelopes. Our back page. Our secondary journal, which we'll get something to put on the cover eventually. Like I said, I'm not sewing this in yet till it's all the way dry. And it's still a little, I can feel it. When the paper's still cold to your touch, it's not dry all the way through. Just the same as this isn't dry yet. So the last thing to do here tonight, because this won't probably be dry enough to put in until a little bit later. And I do want to trim that. And we'll ink it up. I should have inked this part first. But, you know, live and learn, live and learn. I think that'll be cute in there. I like the little pictures. Not bad. And for the fact that it's a kind of a flowery thing going on, we could really go any way we want with this. So, but now theoretically, I don't have to do anything here because I put fabric here. So I don't think that's ever going to wear out. This is now at this point just an aesthetic thing. So, and what she did was she just cut a piece that fit from the fold here. So from where it folds, that fit inside of here. And that's not hard to do. You just take this out and trace this on a piece of paper, whatever, on the back side of what you want. And you cut it, but you cut it a little bit inside of the line instead of on the line. But what I'm going to do is, because I'm weird like this. Do you think that's too bright? You guys think that's too bright? Because I could cut this down to size and slide it in here a little bit like this when it's got, so it'll cover the whole thing. And then I'll just trim off the extra. But if you guys think that's too bright, we can look at something else. I'm going to throw away the trash while you guys vote on whether or not that's too dark. Because now I have tons of trash floating around over here. All these little pieces that we cut off and tore off. And looks fine to you? Because this is actually purples and light pink. I know it looks a little darker on there. So this here is like a medium tint purple. So it's all layered. Under the big flower are small flowers underneath that. I'm just worried that's a little bright. Ooh, what about this one's? This one's a little softer. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So we're going to cut this down to, we need it to fit inside. So right about there. And I'm not even going to try with the paper cutter right now. It's vexing me. So we're just going to. I'm just going to use some of this jelly print paper. This is one of my single-sided ones. I spent the part of the day that I could I spent all of it trimming down jelly print papers. Watch it be just a smidge too long. It is. Fudge monkeys. Okay, we'll try that again. So I am worried. I am worried that's not going to work. And I've misplaced my ruler. Oh, there it is. I need to stick this in here. That's the problem, is that's a glued edge at the top. If you could use it in inches, Amy, that would be great. So it's 4 1/4, it looks like. Maybe a smidge more than 4 1/4. This way. 4 1/4. Is that right? No, that can't be right. I'm going to go 8 1/4. That should be. Eight 1/4 right there. Ah, I win this. I win this round. It's too short. Oh, I see. What? Okay, I can fix that. So we're just going to have enough to stick down. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm sorry. Believe it or not, when I'm not live, I'm actually competent. That's all I can say about that. I'm not usually this. It's not usually so much of a problem for me. So we're just going to glue that right in there, just like that. And then we'll trim that first. Because there's like a little... So I might recommend, if you are going to cover this part, however you might want to cover it, if you want to cover so that it goes down into this fold here, that you might do that before you sew or glue it together. Just my 2 cents. Now, while I was not live, I also, remember, because we cut this down, I took another envelope, the same kind, and I trimmed this so it would look like the original, because it was just square right there. And I didn't like the square bit. When it was, when you flapped it over like this, it was a notable difference. So I think most of you received more than one envelope in your pack. So, should be able to, yeah, I think that's going to be just fine. And again, I used cardstock in the first one. I didn't think about it. And it did make the flap a little stiff. So that's part of the reason why I'm using this thinner paper. But the other part is because it's my jelly prints and I want to. So now we're going to just because there's a little glue on that edge right there. Yep, now we're going to glue this in here. So I'm going to put a little glue on this. Slide it right in there. It's going to be a horrible disaster. But it's how I want to do it. You could also put tape on there if you wanted to. If you have red line tape or double-sided tape of some sort. And I want it to come all the way down here. And I took the big piece instead of the small piece because I'm a dork. Never mind that piece you already cut to size. What kind of shenanigans are those? Make sure that all your paper inside is down. Like I noticed that there was a loose. And then I'm just going to go in here and glue. I can see where the glue goes to, even though you guys can't. There's going to be some overlappy. And now, since this is from the same, and it's not really a pattern, this is going to work fine. You'll want to be more careful with your finished product, of course. Now, before I smush this down, oops, I just threw something on the floor. I want to make sure that I don't get, there's a little bit. All right. And since we don't have glue on this part, we can trim it right away. Okay. And there we have it. Just something pink and fun to go with. And then because I have two folds, I want to make sure I've got both the folds into the paper that I put in there. There we go. Now I can let that dry. And then we'll be able to put now I'm not going to put my Velcro on this one until I have decorated everything, including, good night, Marty. Until I have included until I've decorated the envelopes and added in most of the stuff I want, I'm going to put the fastener on last. Hey, Christine, how you doing? I hope you have a lovely weekend, Miss Marty. Thanks for hanging out with us. So on this side, you wouldn't want that pink to be showing. No, because it's yellow. But in here, I think it's nice because you got a nice soft blush pink here, and this is a shade darker. But I think it still works. And it resonates with all of our jelly prints here. So ta-da! Now, I am hoping you ladies will forgive me tonight because we still need to go get chicken for dinner. And that is the book is as complete as she made it. The only other thing she did was she did put on her envelopey piece, which I dropped onto the floor, she did put a big flower sticker on it. I don't intend to decorate mine any more than it is other than inking for the pocket that goes here for that 3-tier pocket, because it's got illustrations on it. So there's that. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Normally I would go till 8 o'clock, but we want to get over and get the chicken before it gets too late, because everybody will be ready to start gnawing on that counter in the kitchen pretty soon, because everybody knows what dinner is and we're all looking forward to it. However, I will be on this Sunday. You have my promises and my assurances that I will take good care of myself all day tomorrow, and I will be live on Sunday. I thought on Sunday we would do a little bit of jelly plating, and then we would maybe decorate, I thought we might take some jelly prints and decorate this stuff, at least get some matting done on it. So at this point, she was done with her journal. It was in, she did her closure, and she did a big flower right here, and she had done another one on the front with a sticker. Now, I plan on adding something up here, probably a title or something. I don't know, but I won't know until I start decorating the book. So for me, this is done. This is as completed as it's going to get until we hit decorating phase. If I were to sell it, I would probably edge some of these pages with lace or washi tape or something else. I would probably trim this piece down just a little bit. It's a little bit wider than all the others, but I love the wonky feel of because they're all, jelly prints, and they were hand cut. They're all a little different. So I thought on Sunday we would do a little bit of, I thought we'd use jelly prints to decorate these envelopes, at least these two, and maybe the back of this one. Figure out something to put in there. And, then I thought we would do the jelly printing we did not do on yesterday, because I was dizzy and stupid. So if you guys will forgive me for a half an hour tonight, I think we will run out and get our chickens. We'll check in. And then I will see you guys on Sunday. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. Whatever it is you have planned or not planned. I hope you guys had a wonderful May the 4th be with you day. I wasn't here to be with you, but I hope it was awesome. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. And I will show you those other books that I have in progress. The pages I picked out and stuff, the decorative parts on Sunday. So until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Maybe I will see some of you around over the weekend at different lives, depending. I'm always available on Messenger if you need me. I won't say always, but I do get back to people fairly quickly. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses. Bye, 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 bye. I hope you guys have yummy dinners if you hadn't eaten already. And have a fantastic weekend. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses. I think I might have already said that. No, I'm just repeating myself. Okay. I'm not in the right place to do